Are you the supervisor right now? All right, so we were just having a conversation with this gentleman. He demanded identification. Because it's our right, we refused. He didn't have any probable cause. We're just here working on a story, checking out a public place. And I don't appreciate, first of all, the tone in which he spoke to us. Secondly, trying to violate our Fourth Amendment rights. So if you could just have a coaching conversation with him to let him know that he's sworn oath to the Constitution. It's important that he defends that oath.
But as of right now, this right here is a secure facility.
Well, no, this right here is a public area.
We're telling y'all to leave.
Oh, so you're trespassing us from a public place.
We're telling y'all to leave.
So that's
y'all refusing an officer.
So that's a lawful order.
Come on, hey, fuck him up.
No, we're going. You gave us a lawful.
Would you like to buy a book of stamps?
No, just one stamp.
Yeah, probably because his debit card won't let him buy more than one stamp.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you.
Very nice attitude. What's your name?
I'm not giving my name.
Why not? You're doing so well.
Because there is no law that requires her to give you your name so you can have your crackhead subscribers call and harass her because she didn't want to believe in your frauditing bullshit. But I will help them get your video taken down.
Thank you.
Public information. I want to know who gave me such a great service and my people.
It's all right. Thank you. It's going to be 68 cents, sir.
All right, 68 cents.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, he paid with a dollar bill. I guess his checking account's overdrawn, and he's using Buffalo with a camera's proceeds from last night.
So, no, you don't want to give me your beautiful name? Bitch is a beautiful name.
Sir, thank you.
No? All right. I'll leave my viewers to decide
You can just
how
say,
professional that was.
The person didn't want to give me her name, so that's it.
But when you work for the people and we ask, it's your policy to identify.
No, it's not.
But it's okay.
32 cents is your change.
I appreciate the service, though.
No problem.
You have a good day.
Exactly. When I'm in my bag's over here. My bag's over here, clown. My bag's over here. You assaulter. You assaulter. I want him arrested for assault. I'm handling business. I got business with the prosecutor. I got business with the prosecutor. I'm waiting on a supervisor. I'm waiting on a supervisor. Yeah, go ask her. Go ask her if I'm waiting. God, sucker. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't challenge me. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. He's throwing you around. I got this right here. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I can't breathe. I ain't got time for this. All right, got time for this. Sit on your butt. Sit up. Hold on. Stay right there.
I run them as a refresh. They dumb. I just want to take 5 seconds to acknowledge my white privilege. Just a moment of silence for everyone. I just want to make sure I'm working for an organization that aligns with my values. So you mentioned that you guys don't have plans for Black History Month?
I didn't say that we don't have plans. I said that the memo is yet to be
This is like the 6th of February already. Name one Black inventor. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
This is not the structure of the interview.
I just want to know the team.
Okay.
I mean,
You're asking the question as if you've been offered the job.
you can't name one Black inventor. You cannot name one Black inventor. This is a for-profit.
So I think you need to do some reevaluating.
Are you
I asked politely now
Were you
that you
laughing?
leave
Do you think this is
this
funny?
interview.
Yeah.
Wear it every day, it's going to get scratched no matter what you do.
Better. Otherwise, are you really living?
Yeah, right.
Alrighty. Here you go, sir.
Thank you. Well, that looks nice.
Yeah. As long as you get them cleaned regularly, you'll see a lot more life out of the bracelets. One second, I forgot one thing. So whenever we clean Submariner bracelets on the glide lock class, that's what it's called. I couldn't remember earlier. It has those 2 channels. Get a little bit of Formula, which is a grease we use in those channels. Run it through, and it keeps it from binding up. It doesn't take a lot, just like any grease.
All right, I'm not coming off again for.
This is Jason Gutter Trash and his Rolex watch. And he's at an authorized Rolex dealer. AD means authorized dealer. He has a Rolex watch, and so does his son Pigpen. Rolex watches. So, that's a good thing, and I'll tell you why. When you call the police on him, what you should do is, if you see him and there's a confrontation, call the police immediately. Say he's harassing you. Tell dispatch, his description, he's a bald-headed guy with a huge beard, short, with an accomplice who's some hippie freak, And mention to dispatch that they both have Rolex watches. Yeah, he's some bald-headed creep. He's filming us. He's harassing us. He's starting a fight. Say whatever you want, but tell dispatch that he's wearing a Rolex watch and that his son Pigpen is wearing a Rolex watch. Why is that important? Because that's going to alert the cops. Rolex watches, yeah, those things go for a lot of money. You can take it to a pawn shop, not a problem. I'm not telling you to commit a crime, but I'm just saying that if you want to fence a Rolex watch, you could go to a pawn shop or go to a place where it says, "Se habla español," or a place that says, "We buy gold." Okay? The thing is, the police that arrest him, they're going to be motivated to arrest him because of these Rolex watches. And they can pull down maybe $4,000, $5,000 from, quick fence from a pawn shop or something. Yeah, no kidding. They're going to have to take him in. They're going to have to book him in. And they're going to have to put this in property. And almost guaranteed, with the police and everything, that Rolex watch is going to be swapped out for something else, an imitation Rolex, or missing, or something like that. He'll lose that watch, or better yet, don't book in his watch. Let him take it to general population. See how that works out for him. If you really want to get Amagansett press, yeah, call the police, but tell dispatch that he's wearing a Rolex watch. Yeah.
There you go. Just so people know, that's if you own a Rolex, you can take it to any AD anywhere, and they should.
AD should be able to do that.
Okay.
AD stands for authorized.
Of course,
AD stands for authorized dealer, but he mentions, I have a Rolex watch. I have a Rolex watch. Okay, motivate the police to pick him up. Let's see what happens to that Rolex watch. And mention that Ben's got one too.
Like I said, normally we take a little bit longer. Y'all's are especially clean, but
And that's a service they provide at no charge for people.
should be no charge as far as keeps it from binding up. It doesn't take a lot, just like any grease.
All right, I'm not coming off again for another year.
There you go.
Just so people know, that's if you own a Rolex, you can take it to any AD anywhere, and they should.
AD should be able to do that.
Okay.
I can't see why they wouldn't.
Okay.
But of course, like I said, normally we take a little bit longer. Y'all's are.
Make sure you mention that he has a Rolex watch when you call dispatch. And call him for anything. I mean anything.
Legally required to provide it.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Alright.
Be quiet. I want his business card.
I want new lawn furniture.
Does he have a business card?
You're not welcome to.
Does he have a business card? Go get his business card for me.
Nope. Not gonna happen, jackass. Jason Guttertrush has just set
I want
himself
your
up
business card.
big time. And we need to share information.
Who do you think you are, assaulting citizens, man?
I didn't assault
You're gonna
you.
get a complaint.
My hands were not out of here.
You step right in.
Yeah, these frauditors are very emboldened. Now, notice I didn't say break the law. I said call the police. Now, will the police break the law? Ah, there's your story.
then you make your job hard.
With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about?
If you just try to keep...
This gentleman won't let me in there, and he won't tell me why he won't let me in. He removed me out of it.
I've explained to you 100 times.
So you don't need an audio and video recorded?
Yeah, you are too.
Yeah, awesome.
I've seen you around, I think.
It's been explained to you 100 times. This is a private class. You're not registered for the class. You're not part of the class. You were in the class.
Wait, because the doors were open.
Yep. So now I've explained to you that it is a private class. I closed the doors and removed you.
But you're not explaining to me who told me to get out of there.
Who?
Okay.
Why? Other than you're not part of the class.
Officer, I simply asked that he tells me where the information is.
He doesn't have to, and they want you to leave, so.
I know, but this is public.
Then we'll talk to you outside.
Hey! Oh, I don't have my glasses. I'm sorry. I thought you were waiting for a second. Listen.
Listen, let's go outside.
I don't have to go outside.
Yeah, you do.
For why?
They want you to leave.
I know. I don't want to leave.
Well, you have to leave.
I don't have to. Why?
Yeah, you do.
For what?
I'm telling you, they don't want you here.
Are you
have to
okay?
leave.
Did you suspect me of a crime?
Doesn't matter. They don't want you in here.
Okay.
So you can leave and come back another day. But right now you have to leave.
Okay.
You've conducted your business. There's nothing more.
No, I'm trying to get a 91A request and ask you where the ombudsman is, or where I can find out where the calendar is. That you said that this is on the calendar and it's a private.
Show that to you.
Yes, you do.
No,
Article 8 of the New Hampshire Constitution. 91A. 91A, right? So I'm allowed to, during business hours, have access to any paperwork.
No. So you have to leave. So
I don't have to. Please do not touch me.
We're gonna leave.
Please do not touch me. Please do not put your hands on me.
We're gonna leave.
Let's talk about a legal point. Auditors refuse to leave, and when officers place their hands on them, they throw a hissy fit. But the law says you're refusing a lawful order to vacate an area. The officers have no choice but to use the force necessary to comply. Now, it begins with a verbal command and then possibly a hand on an arm to guide someone onto a shove, and then it can escalate to whatever force is necessary to move.
Accuse me of wanting to ban books. What kind of books am I trying to ban? You tell me. I'm not trying to ban anything.
But you're not trying to ban any books.
Who said I'm trying to ban books?
Are you trying to remove books from libraries?
From public school libraries.
Okay.
This is like the Patrick meme. You agree that this is a book, right? Yeah. You want this book banned from a library, right? Yeah. Therefore, it stands to reason that you want to ban books, right? No, I never said that. Yes, you did! You just did!
Refuse to participate. I'm not adopting your language. I'm not respecting your preferences because you don't own reality. You don't own grammar. You don't own definitions. You don't get to tell me. You're not important enough to provide me with an instruction manual on how to talk to you. Are you kidding? How important do you have to think you are to list at the bottom of your emails? And yeah, I see you laughing about it. It's hilarious, isn't it? But what are the consequences for not abiding by it? What would happen in this chamber if I were to address Representative Finke? Need I continue? What would the consequences be?
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Exactly. Thank you. And I refuse to participate.
Absolutely. And gambling by aligning himself with an authoritarian in Tel Aviv. Somebody who was facing a number of felonious charges, who was supposed to stand trial this past fall, and that all got shoved aside because now there's a war. And so we can't put our prime minister on trial. Joe Biden, and I plead with him, do not put Trump back in the White House. I am not going to be able to go on enough shows on TV between now and the election to convince literally millions of young people that you got to vote because Trump's a bad guy.
Michael Moore, by the way, is such an idiot that he literally says in the same interview that Israel should focus its ire not on radical Muslims who just murdered 1,200 of its citizens. Instead, they should focus on the evils of Christians. That's how out of touch these morons are.
According to my knowledge of history, the enemies of Israel who have been persecuted, the Israelis, the Jewish people of this world have been persecuted for 5,000 years. But for the last 2,000 years, most of the persecution has come from white, European-centric Christians. That's been your enemy. No Palestinian helped to build Auschwitz. No Palestinian stood on the docks of New York City when boatloads of Jewish refugees trying to escape the Holocaust came here to be protected by this country and were turned away at the docks in New York and sent back to Germany to die. No Palestinian did that. No Palestinian ran the Spanish Inquisition. Your enemy is not the Palestinian people. It is white, Christian, European people who have been slaughtering Jews for the last 2,000 years.
Okay, let me take that just one moment there. I have to recover. I'm going to say this in very considered fashion. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's legitimately the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Yes, it turns out there was a lot of Christian anti-Semitism over the course of the last couple thousand years. That does not forestall the fact that Palestinians crossed a border like a couple of months ago and murdered 1,200 Jews and still are holding 100 and...
Okay, the thing is that Michael Moore said, he brought out the fact that, it's the white Christians that have been persecuting the Jews for the last 2,000 years. That is true. And yes, the Palestinians are also the enemy of the Jews. So yeah, Jews have had enemies for a long time, and they're surrounded by enemies. Michael Moore, he said that the Palestinians are not the enemy. Well, actually they are. Okay? I'm saying this as a Jew. But I also acknowledge that he's right. Most of the persecution's been coming from the Christians for the last 2,000 years.